Hi students, let's continue this lesson that we started yesterday. I want to see how you did, so let's go ahead and correct it. Today is Thursday, March 19th, and let's go ahead and start with this one. So let me make sure that I have my markup and it's ready to go. And I'm not going to do the different colors only in the interest of time. So I have 760 and I'm going to subtract the arrow away 100. That would give me 660, 100, 560, 100, minus 100, that give me 460, and let's see, 100, 200, 300, another 400, and that gives me 360, and that right there is my answer. So now that I know that, I'm actually not going to bother doing the arrow away 100 each time. I'm only going to start directly going 760, but this time I'm actually going to take that whole 400 off because I already know the answer to that. So I'm going to say minus 400, which I know puts me at 360. Okay, now I'm going to worry about this 6/10 or 60. So I'm going to subtract 60, right? 6/10, and that puts me at 300. And that right there is my answer. Okay, and now I know this, right? And I know this. So I'm going to go 760 minus that 400, right? And what's the answer? Yes, you're right, 360. And now I'm actually going to take away that 60 only because it kind of makes it easier. So I'm at 300. Okay, but I have to take away more than 60. I'm going to also take away 2/10 because 60 plus 20 equals 80. So now I'm going to take away 20 and I count back. So I think 300, 10 less is 290, 10 less, 280. And that is my final answer right there. Okay, now the next one is 950 and minus 100 puts me at 850. Minus 100 puts me at 750. Minus 100 puts me at 650. Minus 100, 100, 200, 300, 400 puts me at 550. And minus 100 puts me at 450. Okay, let's double check. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So now my answer is just 450. Okay, so now I'm not going to bother doing the whole thing. I'm going to write 950 minus the arrow away 500. That puts me at 450. Now, I know some of my advanced students said, Mrs. Gonzalez, I could completely do that without having to do each one. I know who you are. Go for it. You can do it. But I do want you practicing at least the arrow away. Okay, so now let's go to this one, and let's write 950 minus, oops, I forgot, sorry. Let's finish this one. Let me go back and finish this one. So now we have my little eraser mark. Okay, sorry, I got carried away. Okay, so now let's do minus 500 here. You got 450, but you know what I forgot? Yep, you were right. You're like, Miss Gonzalez, you made a mistake. You forgot. Oops, right there. you forgot to subtract the 50. Yeah. Okay, so now let's subtract that 50, right? The 5 ones. And so now I'm at 400, right? Okay. So now I can box that answer because now I'm at the end of this problem. All right. So now here, back to this one, I know it's 500. I know the answer is 450 because it's the same. But we had to take away 50, and 50 plus 30 equals 80. So I already know what minus 50 is, which is 400. I'm using my iPad and my Apple Pencil. So I haven't used it in a long time to do this things. So if my writing's a little sloppy, sorry about that. Okay. Now I put my little arrow and I have to take away this 30 because I took away the 50, but now I have to take away 30. So I write the 30 there and I say, okay, well, 400 minus 30 puts me at 370, or I can say minus 10, minus 10, minus 10, 3 times. So that answer is 370. And that right there is my answer. Okay, now let's do the next one. Okay, so let's do 820. Arrow away minus 100 puts me at 720. Minus 100 puts me at 620. Minus 100 puts me at 520. But this time it's not I have to take away 20 there. So now I took away 20 and that puts me at 500. That's my answer. See? 3 hundreds, 2 tens, and 0 ones. 1, 2, 300, 320. Okay, so now let's do 820 minus, let's do 300. And that would put me at this answer right there, because 100, 200, 300. So that would put me at 520. And then if I take away 20, that puts me at 500. And I have to separate those. 20 and 40 equals 60. So now I have to subtract 40 tens. So 4 tens or 40 ones. So if I take away 40 ones from 500, I get 360. And that right there is my answer for that one. Okay. So now if I do the next one, I go 820 minus 300. That puts me at 520. Okay. Then minus 90. Well, let's take away that 20 just because it makes it easier and it gives me this nice benchmark number. So I'm going to put that and I'm going to say 20 and 20. And if I count forward, I say 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So that's 7 tens. So right there, 7 tens. So now I have to take away 7 tens. And if I take away 7 tens from 500, I can count back and it's 430. And, oops, sorry. Did I count that wrong? Oh, I just caught myself in a mistake here. Oh my gosh, were you thinking the whole time, Miss Gonzalez, did you make a mistake? I did, kids. I did make a mistake. I forgot that this is, oops, let me get my eraser. Oh, I know who you are. Some of you were saying, Miss Gonzalez, you made a mistake. And I said, yep, I did. 460 right there. No wonder I was thinking, what am I thinking? How is this less? Okay, so again, let's go back. 500 minus 400, 500 minus 40 equals 460. And here, 500 minus 70 equals 470. Okay. Yay, all is right with the world. Okay, so yes, of course I make mistakes because your teacher makes mistakes just like everyone else does. Okay, so now let's go to the next page. Take a good look, check your answers like I did, and I caught my mistake there, and I hope you caught it too when I was doing it. That would have been really cool and awesome. All right, so now I want you to do, so this page was homework yesterday. I hope you're doing the sprint, practicing on the sheet protector. Practice this one on the sheet protector. And let me give you a quick tip for this one. This is actually the very first page of the homework packet. What I would do with these is I actually do crisscross with these real quick. I say 3 minus 2 is 1, and 3 minus 2 is 1, and that's how I do it. And then I go 4 minus 3 is 1, and 4 minus 3 is 1. And then I go 5 minus 4 is 1, 5 minus 4 is 1. And I just do that. That's kind of a quick way to do that. Okay, so again, practice this one also. And that this was your homework, and your homework today will be this page. I want you to look over it, same thing, but it says on this one that you can do the Arrowway, the Arrowway or mental math. I don't like the mental math because I can't see your work, so I would love to see your work. Can you do algorithm? I know that's what you're asking me. Yes, you can. So what you want to do is you want to do 500 minus 400 equals 100, and there's your answer. 530 minus 430. Always start on the ones place, if you remember. 0 minus 0 is 0, 3 minus 3 is 0, and 5 minus 4 is 1. And yes, you can do that. So instead of mental math, let's cross that out and say vertical or algorithm, and continue working on those that way. And then these down here, what you want to do is 88 tenths. Now remember, there are 10 tenths equals 100. We've practiced that quite a bit. So all you have to do is you have 88 tenths. You really have 881s minus 20 tenths, which you can easily do by adding a 0. And if you do the math there, you can say, okay, well, let's subtract. There it is. 880 minus this right here, the hundreds place. You take away 2 from there, and that gives you 680. Because you're keeping the ones. You don't want to change that because you're not subtracting any ones, only tenths. And so your answer would be 680. Okay? And the value here, when they're asking you for the value, it says how much is it worth? So 60 tens is worth what? Well, we know 10 tens equals 100. 60 tens equals 600. Okay? All right. So hopefully you're practicing these. I won't do more because I want you to practice. I'll continue this lesson tomorrow. Okay? And if you want to go ahead and do this one, you can. But I would rather that you wait. Okay. And then in your iReady, I saw some of you had started working. I'm not going to do the other ones only because the first 2 pages are really easy. They're pretty basic. But these word problems I think are worth a good practice. So this is page 6 on your iReady packet. Let me take a look again to make sure. Yes, page 6 on your iReady packet. And what you want to do here, it says Haley buys 9 potatoes. And for parents who are doing this with your child, I've actually been practicing a strategy called cubes. C-U-B-E-S. And the cubes means circle, underline, box, evaluate, and solve. So this is a strategy we've been practicing. So we're going to circle all the numbers are asking us to evaluate or to solve. So Haley buys 9 potatoes. 4 potatoes are white. The rest are red. How many red potatoes are there? Okay, so we know that there's 9 potatoes. Okay, there's 9 potatoes. And 4 of them are white. So the rest must be yellow, must be red. So if I subtract these two numbers, I get 5. So 5 potatoes are red. 5 potatoes are red. Okay, so make sure that you're using this cube strategy. I think it helps again. Again, it stands for circle, underline, box, evaluate, and solve. And keep doing these. So again, Levi has 17 pet fish, circle. 7 of the fish are goldfish. The rest are mollies. How many fish are mollies? Well, if 17 are the fish that he has, 7 of the fish are goldfish. The rest, which we don't know what this is, we don't know, are mollies. We have to subtract. And think of this as a number bond. Like for instance, 17. 7 is one part, but we don't know what this other part is. So if you know 7 plus a number equals 17, or 17 minus 7 equals this number, and that answer would be 10. And you would write 10 fish are mollies. Okay. And keep going at these. You know, I would recommend that you do, maybe 2 pages of this. You know, don't stress out too much. Try to do as much as you can. And I will continue these lessons. I'll try to post these as often as I can. All right, boys and girls, have a good day. Don't forget to read on iReady or Epic. Do those lessons. At least try to do 30 minutes of iReady a day. All right, have a great day and talk to you soon. Bye.